So today we're at the 7th of March 2026. We've just been given the title odds for the division we're in, and we are not anywhere close to doing well. Because there's currently a bug where I actually can't see where this season prediction is, I couldn't tell you where we are. However, I can definitely tell you that our odds for winning the title is 250 to 1, which is better than I was expecting, but still isn't particularly good. Especially when we got odds of 11 to 5 to go down, right? It's one of the best ones you can find. In fact, BK Hacken have the best odds to go and win the title, 11 to 10. And the rest of the contenders are Hammarby with 10 to 3, Malmo 8 to 1, 15 to 1 to Norrköping, Rosengard 18 to 1, and Kristianstad of 20 to 1. So that's not ideal. And if we go down here, Elfsborg, the team that beat us in the last game of the season and we take on in one of the matches today, are 1 to 91 to go down. The fact we're only 250 to 1 odds to win the league and 11 to 5 to go down, I like to think is not terrible. It's not the end of the world, but it's also not particularly great. That being said, I actually have tried to do some business in the transfer market in 2 months. I've only managed to get one person in, and it's literally just a loan signing. We've overspent our wage budget massively. And yay for all the youth players that want to go and turn professional, right? So we're overspending the wage budget by £500 almost, so that's not great. I mean, we're not actually losing money. We're still apparently doing well financially, to the point that we actually now have, in the finances page, £138,000. So I like to think next season our wage budget can go up. I also appreciate that it probably won't go up and that we're probably going to do badly. We're struggling with the wage budget. Yes, I know we're struggling with the wage budget. Thank you very much. I will say the fact that apparently we are still expected to get top half fish in the second tier is interesting. I have no idea how to get rid of that, and I probably should have got rid of it when I was negotiating my contract earlier, or at least negotiating the targets. I wonder if I can get fired for that. That would be a very strange bug to get fired from, but given the nature of FM this season, it would not be a shock. Especially since we're literally only expected to win promotion next year. It says past. So I have a feeling they've literally just got the target the last year and forgot to get rid of it. I don't know how that's happened, but it is what it is. But yes, we've made 2 signings. We've showed the first one. We've also sent a player out on loan as well. So Silla has officially gone to Norrköping on a free transfer. Didn't want to lose her, but at the end of the day, also wasn't the end of the world since I got a replacement for her in the team now. And honestly, I think Olivia Mattsson is a good replacement to get. She's older, yes, by 6 years. She's also an international for Finland, so not terrible either. And the last person we managed to convince to sign for us is on loan from Celtic in the form of Grace Quarter. So that's nice to have. Just a shame she's injured due to a sprained ankle ligaments that she suffered in training. Out for 2 weeks, which means she's going out for the cup games that we're going to be doing today. But is a good player for this division. I'm not complaining at the end of the day. We have some good stuff to say at least. At least. Also, Tilda Ellison Nordbot is gone out on loan to Sirius. I don't think they are in the Playwall League, so this could be a bad thing. Which is amazing considering their team got relegated in the Men's League. But doing a lot better in the men's game than they are in the women's game. But also I realise they're also 100 years younger club-wise than the men's team. So there's that. She's one of their key players, mind you. So hopefully she has a good time and does develop over there. But yeah, that's our transfer history so far. And last year, I couldn't tell you what my transfer history was, apparently, because I did no business, apparently, according to this. That is a lie, by the way. I did do some transfer business. This is just broken, apparently. But today, we're taking on our first opponent in the Swedish Cup. There's 4 groups. I keep forgetting there's 4 groups. We're in the last one. We take on Elfsborg today, who won their first game against the 3rd tier team. I think they are still just a 3rd tier team. They are, yes. So there's that. I don't have the badge for them, sadly, but that's also a thing. So there's 3 top tier teams in this group right now. Guessing that both ourselves and Elfsborg got promoted last year. We are not the best team in this group. It's still Linköping. They survived relegation from last year, so there's that. But we have an opportunity to do well. BK Hacken have got both their first team and their B team in their group, which is amazing to say the least. I don't know how you can get that going, but it has happened here. And we are going to try and take on our first opponent today. Not our strongest lineup because we had an injury and a few other issues. So one of our backup goalkeepers has suffered a bruised toe. She isn't going to start for me, but she's also got potential. She's one of the reasons why we may have a bit of a financial crisis right now in our terms of wages. Courta's also injured. And Ali Mitian has been out. She is out for another 7 days. She has suffered an injury. It's a groin strain. It happened before in one of the matches, I think it was. No, it was a training incident. So she's out for another 4 to 9 days. It's not ideal to have lost her to training, but hopefully, we can have her back sooner rather than later. Admittedly, this is not my strongest team, but I also realize that it's not the end of the world. Soilon would be on the bench normally if it wasn't for this whole situation, but it is what it is. But Giofinco, Trimic, Anderson, Westburn, Braxton, Aston, and Amkov on the bench. Yes, Giofinco, who just came from our youth intake last season, is already in my bench lineups. It's only because I'm literally listed my under-19s squad as well. It's not like I'm really planning on using her in the first team, but it's happened. So, hopefully, we can get a good stuff here and we can get better. Goldman still hasn't signed a new contract, and I'm expecting at this point not to get anything out of her, so let's see how we do against Elfsborg in the Swedish Cup today. Yes, everyone's going to struggle because of no preseason effectively, or they have been playing preseason, but just not playing all the games. Cool. So it's our first game of the season. They're going for the back five formation. They beat us last time we took them on. Literally was our last game we had. So this could be interesting. The fact we only have 7 subs as well in this game also means that this could be a problematic situation for us, but this competition that we're about to play in is the only unlicensed bit of competition in the Swedish leagues. But I like to think that we can at least enjoy ourselves in this competition. And it'll be a good test to see how we do against a team in our division in Linköping. And it'll be good to see what we can do here. But here we are, Larsen to Robertson. Opens the scoring. I said it before she even did it because I knew she was going to score. That's good. Let's do this in the league as well. Come on. I want to win everything. But seriously, I really think we can do a good job in this competition because our group, it was such a kind group. And Robertson scoring inside the first 7 minutes is very, very helpful. So a highlight from a throw now. I think we've got an opportunity to double our lead for the day. And it'd be great if we could. The fact is pretty much my same squad as last year with 1 or 2 additions to the team. And that's one, and Matsson's literally the only replacement we've had, effectively, and that was to replace Cecilia, who left us. Everyone else is the same, and we almost double our lead. Effectively running the team that won the league for us last year, comfortably, in the 2nd tier. But I also appreciate that it may not be a great team in the top flight, especially with the finances we have to work with. And that's the woodwork, and number 15 didn't try to go for that. Okay. Also, we got a game in midweek as well, so the Swedish Cup being as problematic with the scheduling as it is potentially going to cause us a few issues, but I'm also not fussed if we don't win this group. But here it is, Goldman finds Holgren, who wouldn't start normally. Here's Larsen, could go for goal, brilliant finish, wonderful goal, and that means we are in firm control of this game in the group, and we're getting revenge for what happened last season as well as things stand. I would love to get revenge for that. I just like getting payback generally, but I also have no idea what to expect from the league this year. And this is a good sign that we're taking on the worst team in the league and dismantling them right now. Half time, 2-0. We're looking very comfortable. So, highlight now. And we are going to make some changes eventually at some point. We've got 2 tight players out there. And Goldman on the ball, cuts inside, looks good, finds Nygram, finds Larsen, who gets us, no, it's an own goal. I was just about to say gets her second. Actually, the first own goal we scored, I just realised. But yeah, I thought this was just a good shot from Larsen. I didn't realise how much it was deflected in, honestly. And it might have just taken away for the goalkeeper too, though, honestly. I don't know. And that was a comfortable start to the cup. But yes, we have got a game against Linköping next in the next 3 days, and then we got a friendly, then another game, and then we have the league's campaign starting. So we're going to try and do the next cup game, because if we win that game, then we're practically through, I like to think. So who knows what's going to happen here. Okay, so it's the same team as last time, just a few differences on the bench, with Liv Schronberg on the bench because Anderson got hurt. She's back tomorrow. Could play, but I'm not going to risk her, I don't think. Goddeson's back. She's fully fit in 3 days' time, but the person that had replaced her has now got a virus, so Giovinco has not enjoyed a good time. Anyway, let's see what we can do against this team. This actually could be the biggest test, though, because this team almost got relegated from the top flight. I want to see how we do against them in the cup. I know it's just the cup, but it could bode well for the league as well. So, it's snowing. We have a chance to do something really interesting today. We actually got an entire squad full of players with faces as well in the face packs. That's nice. I don't actually have a face pack for the women's side of things either, so who knows what's going to happen here. Apparently it's minus 6 degrees out here too. And today, we play at home against a team that last season and this season on the top flight, this is the first time we're taking on a team that is above our level outside Jewel Gardens, who we beat 2-1 last year. So I truly don't know what to expect from this game. Because I don't have the predictions of like the season preview, I couldn't tell you who's the better team and who's not. Especially someone who's not that knowledgeable about this league, about the football in this country generally. As Branson cuts inside and opens a score by accident because the ball was given back to her by a tackle. We lead at home in the cup. Happy days. We might be able to secure a place in the semi-final of the Swedish Cup today. I say we might be able to. I don't know. But the fact she cuts inside here is really good. And it's a bit fortuitous that Nicole Weberson gets tackled by Kittamura. And it falls so kindly to Branston. Goldman out wide to Holgren. Plays it across. And Branson doesn't get to it, but Weberson does. We lead 2-0. This is really promising. No idea what to expect. No idea if we're going to be expected to win or not, but we're looking quite good so far. I'm definitely hopeful that this is just not a one-trick thing, not just a fluky thing, that we're winning this game, and that we can truly say that we can do well this year in the league. Just from the basis of these two games so far. You've got to remember that I am still very clueless as to what to really expect from the season so far, what to really expect from the team in terms of the league. All I know is my season odds is that we're one of two teams expected to go down quite quickly. As Larson really puts it over, we could be 3 up here. But, again, I have to be considering that we're probably going to be in trouble this season in the league. We're not going to do well. I would just take surviving as the best thing we could do here. As Larson goes for goal from there. What a goal from Larson. That should never have gone in. But I'm also not complaining. It's 3-0. We're looking very good right now. I will say the fact this has gone in. Matson finds Larson. She's taken one touch, then gone for it. Keeper, could you say could have done better? I don't know, but I've never seen that animation for a goalkeeper so far. With a 3-0 lead, I am going to just assume that this is an opportunity. Because if we win this game and we take on the third team seriously, we can just rotate a little bit and go from there. I've no idea how far I'm going to rotate for that game, but I know I can rotate potentially for the other game. And that could have been 4 if the shot wasn't blocked. Truly have no idea at this stage in time where this is coming from, or if this is going to be something I can just do in the league this year. Because I do remember when I was managing in the Swedish tier, top tier in the men's team many FMs ago, that we were looking good. As Branson makes it 4, well, we're looking very good today, aren't we? But I do remember when I got straight promoted to the Swedish top flight with an Albright, and I was unbeaten the year before. We looked very, very good. And the fact it's 4-0 here is ridiculous, by the way. This is even better than what we did in the other game against the team we lost against in the league last year. But yeah, opportunity. I'm very happy with this game so far. But as things stand, we've got 7 goals in the group stage so far. And I know it's also pre-season. So it's the pre-season stage. So this could be one of those things where it looks better than it actually is, as we could make it 5. Are we really about to make this 5? As Branson cuts inside again. Nygren, Branson for the hat-trick, gets the hat-trick. It is 5. Well. It's 5-0 in the first half in this game. Where is this coming from, man? Again, I'm pouring some water on any flames or expectations right now, just by saying this is a preseason game. I truly don't believe this is a true representation of what we can do. If we make it 6 before half time, I can really start to rotate a little bit, and that's the scary part here. And I can't believe it. I can say that as Goldman goes for goal, hits the woodwork. We've absolutely dominated, and we're decimating our opponents today. It's great. They've had no shots on goal. We've had 17. We've scored with 5 of them. This has been an amazing game. Branson's been given a really lovely pass, and she has an opportunity to run with the ball or to make a pass herself. She gets past her woman again. Branson could get a fourth. Skies it instead. There's an opportunity to do something here. I actually let my players express themselves, and that might be the difference between what I would think is a good tactic and a bad tactic sometimes. As we have an opportunity to do something again, and last on the ball, out wide to Holgren. And oh, that's deflected in, but it's almost a good goal. And Branson could have got 4 in this game. I've still not many changes yet. I could, but I'm also thinking the players can get tired. I might just make 5 substitutes at the same time and treat this as a friendly game from here on in, as Goldman's on the ball. Because if we make it 6, I could just treat it as a friendly game at that point. Goldman cuts inside, really well done. Can play it across, go for goal herself, goes for goal, side netting. Okay. An opportunity, we get the ball back. Becker from their own goal kick. Here's Nygren. Plays it across to Larson. Good ball. Has to do some work here. Can play it out wide. Has done. Holgren with time and space to do some damage here herself. Cuts inside. Finds Larson. Back to Holgren. And it's Larson again on the ball. Plays across to Robertson. She makes it 6. And let's just say, if it wasn't already over, I think that 6th goal has killed it off. This is nice to watch. I truly love this kind of football because I think the football we are watching now, if we could do this in the league, I'll be very, very happy indeed. Okay, I made 4 changes. We're still 6-0 up. So clearly hasn't made a massive change in our performance here, as Backstrom now on the ball. Fjallström beats the person trying to stop her, does it twice. Astrom, what a save actually that is. She's managed to claw it away, the keeper. I am actually genuinely surprised by that save. I remember thinking this is probably the hardest game we'll have all group stage, and suddenly we're doing this, and I can't believe how well we're doing. We can get 10 goals in the first 2 games of the group stage, and it's ridiculous that I can say that. Astrom still going, beats her player, goes for goal. Probably could have crossed it instead of going for goal, but it was saved or blocked. I don't know which it was, but we do have a corner from this. Goldman could take it, and it's probably not going to come with anything. It's cleared away, back to Goldman anyway. And Schomburg, Plumich, pass to Astrom, could go for goal herself, could play it across. She's got a few options to go for. She's gonna play it back to Respum, who puts it over. Sometimes I wonder how I get so many highlights, by the way. It's ridiculous. This is even if you look at my Rangers beta save, we had some games where we had just ridiculous amount of highlights. I think this tactic just works wonders for whatever reason. And it's lovely when it does work like this. Goldman goes for goal, saved. Isabel Goldman to take the free kick. Can she score it though? Here's the woodwork and the goalkeeper, and the keeper is grateful that it's found its way to her feet. So in the end, we won by 6-0. I probably had to cut out a few highlights because of how many chances we were creating. This was a ridiculous victory, and I could not be happier. So we're about to take on the team that's in the third tier. I'm going to have to tinker with my setup a little bit, my lineup, because we had a friendly. We actually lost the friendly. I wasn't managing it, of course, but it was interesting to lose the friendly going in that situation. And some of the players also might play in other friendlies. I'm going to rotate for this game, which might be a stupid decision, but I think I can get away with it. Okay, so I pretty much changed up most of the team I could. Mostly the wingers, the striker, and one of the midfielders, and two midfielders. I'm going to take a risk and see if I can get away with this. If I can't and I'm losing, then I'll know that it wasn't a good risk taking. Corto is on the bench for this game. I could have changed my goalkeeper as well, but I decided, actually, that might be a bit too much of a risk to take. So let's go with this game and see how we do in this cup game today. We've got a 5-day break after this, so we should be fine. Okay, so we're on the ball early on. Migram finds Ankov, finds Backstrom, early chance. And this team managed to beat our last opponents, and we're already 1-up inside 20 odd seconds. So clearly we're not taking this lightly. I thought this would take a bit longer than this, but clearly we are just gonna... I've given an opportunity to some of my younger players to play. They're taking the opportunity with their hands. Very clearly indeed. Corner now. Nygrim to take it. A draw is enough to win this group anyway and get to the semi-final. The fact we can do this is great. And we have ourselves a second goal. Nice. We're looking very much in contention to get to the semi-final now. This was always a danger for our opponents, and the fact we managed to get that. How on earth has she won that, by the way? She's one of the shortest players in the area, surely. Throw in. Backstrom. Cuts inside. And Via plays it back to Liv. That's in, and it's very, very comfortable. We are going to go and win this game. 100%. Definitely thought we might struggle more in this game, but also I think our opposition are really bad. How they managed to win against another top tier team, I do not know. Also, some of my players are already very tired. So, opportunity to concede? No, we've taken control of it nicely immediately here. I mean, we lost another friendly, so clearly it was a game that I wasn't managing that we lost in, but we might concede here actually for, I think, the first time. We've not conceded a goal in a group, have we? And it is also save. That's gone out for a throw in, but we did rotate a lot of our players, so clearly some of the players are not as fit as I thought they might be, or at least, well, they're good, but are not terribly bad. A free kick now. Migram to take it. We've already got a goal from a set piece today. We could get a second goal from a set piece. And Solem plays it back to Athum. Ankov! That's her first goal for me. Nice to see her on the score sheet for the first time. To get a young player who didn't score last year, admittedly, she mostly came from the bench, but they've actually got a goal in her first start, is very promising indeed. I definitely didn't think we could be this good in this game, but I guess it goes to show that we have a good squad against some of the lesser teams. As Theo Backstrom shoots and is saved, she's one of the players that will be fine for fitness reasons, but it's my left side of the pitch that's going to be tired, isn't it? Goes to show that I need to take care of this more in the future. We have an opportunity again. And the players that were rested for the preseason game are fine as Backstrom puts it over. Half-time, 4-0. We're winning this group. The fact I've just decided to throw on the bigger names as well at half-time is probably one of those moments where I think, oh, we're always suffering now. Oh, wait, they've literally brought on the bigger players, the better players. That's going to be a heart-sinking moment for them, isn't it? Surely. And we play the cross. Larsson's there. Larsson scores. Didn't take very long to get her on the score sheet, did it? So this is going from bad to worse for them, isn't it? You know, when I decided I could just rotate a lot and I could just bring on the big guns later, and I was 4-0 up at halftime, only bringing on for fitness reasons. That's concerning for the opposition, isn't it? There are 3 top flight teams and then this team in this division, as we do concede. And we're the only ones to absolutely humiliate our opponents today. Admittedly, not great for our defensive record. It's finally a goal conceded in this group stage. And it took this team to do it. We almost didn't have this group stage, to be fair, but there we go. 5-1. So, opportunity to do some more stuff. I might make a change soon-ish. I don't know who I'm going to take off yet. It might be my fullback, actually, that I'm going to take off, because I can do that. Liv, I can keep on the pitch because she is going to be not playing the next game anyway. As Larson goes for goal, puts it wide. Could have been damaging there. I'm going to take my time with my last substitute. Corner. We have an opportunity to do some more damage to get a 6th goal of the game. And the fact we scored 6 last time out and we could get another... Oh, corners hit the bar. Almost there. And we could have got a 6th again. So, we're comfortable. We've got a 5-1 lead. We can take our time here. We don't need to rush this anymore. And the fact we are doing well as it is a nice sign that we can rotate comfortably for lower league teams anyway. And Brandstrom finds Liv, looking for a second, blocked, and it could have been 6. And we win the game by 5 goals to 1 and win the group. Nice done. Nicely done, guys. We qualify for the semi-final. I don't know who our opponents is going to be yet. Has all the groups been done? Yes. So when do we find out who we get for our opponents? I actually don't know. It doesn't say when it's going to be drawn. It just says the match is between the 31st and the final is between June the 5th. So I hate the fact we can only use 7 substitutes, by the way. That's annoying to me. Do we have a date confirmed? No, we don't. I tell you what, I've just seen who we're being drawn against. This legitimately is winnable. It was either Hamby or BK Hacker in the final, but the fact we got this opportunity in the semi-final against Petir is really, really good. And what I'm going to do is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.